Hello and welcome to the demo version of Truck City. This is kind of a mix between a city builder and a factory game where you control the flow of resources with your trucks instead of conveyor belts. It's a lot of fun. They have a couple of tutorial missions in the demo. So we're going to take a look at the level 5 scrap world, and at the end of this video I'll show you the demo world. There's quite a bit of stuff to build in that level. It's quite large and you can kind of see where the game is headed, but let's take a look at scrap world first, and then I'll show you real quick at the end of this video the demo world. So let's load into that. Okay, this is tutorial mission number 5. We can see our objectives by hitting F2. F2 shows we're going to research truck speed level 1. So we can take a quick look at the research level here. It is quite large. This is quite a large tech tree. A lot of it is like similar stuff, like upgrading your truck speed. It just like keeps on going. I don't know how far down it goes, but it goes pretty far down. It might be infinite. I'm not really sure. But we'll take a look at that. We're going to, basically our goal here is to do the, what was our goal? Truck speed level 1. So let's go set that off right now. Truck speed level 1. Where is truck speed level 1? Right here. So we're going to have to do this one first to get down to truck speed level 1. The catch on this level here is there's no iron. We need iron to make a lot of stuff. So in the tech tree here you can see we need this automotive science thing. This is how we research it. So we can click on this building here and it shows you that we need engines and iron ingots to come into here to make the science. So the engines we need to make engine assembly, which is going to require steel and copper, and steel is going to be made in the foundry, which requires iron and coal. So the other catch in this level is there is no iron. We have to either buy it from the market, which is right here. It does get more expensive. The more iron you buy, the more expensive it gets. And as well, the same thing if we're selling this stuff. We're going to turn everything off to not sell it right now. If you sell a lot of stuff, the price goes down, so you don't get as much money for it. But so we do have access to scrap metal here. This is a scrap metal recycling plant. It takes scrap metal, makes iron ingots. So we're going to take use of that, I think. So we need to get working towards the automotive science. So we're going to get some copper ingots going. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the road down over here. And we can click on this here. This is like basically a factory starter. We have all these choices here. And there's quite a full list here. If I click see full list here, this is all the stuff you can build in the game. Quite a bit of stuff. We're going to turn this off. This kind of filters it to what you need right now. So we're going to need the copper foundry here. That's going to turn copper ore into copper ingots. So that is over here. And then if you hover over here, you can see that we need some inbound warehouses, some outbound warehouses, and some production facilities. So we can click on this one down here. And this is shortcut number 4. If you just hit 4, it cycles through. There's a whole bunch of options here. If you click this little side arrow, we have some options here: an output, an input, and a production building. And if you hit 4, it just cycles through those buildings. So this is going to need a production facility to be able to load it. This is just a truck port where your truck can pull into. So now we have a production building, and we need this is an output. It has a little O on it. So we can put an output down here. That's where the output will be stored, and we need an input. So the I is input. So it's kind of hard to see. I can zoom in here. So we have an input, an output, and a production facility. You can kind of click on it and see it takes copper ore. It produces copper at these rates, 6 per minute, 3 per minute. So as long as it has copper being supplied, copper ore being supplied, it will make copper. So we have 0 trucks right now. We have capped at 50 trucks right now. Each truck costs us, I think, it's $20. So we're going to go ahead and buy 1 truck right now. I just used shortcut number 1 to buy that. And here comes our truck here. And we can't really control where he goes. He just goes where he thinks he needs to go. You can actually set the priorities on these buildings. So like we could set this to high, and that would set this building as a higher priority than this building. So right now all we're going to do is he's going to take the copper ore and put it over here, and this will make a copper ingot. So now you can see this is working. It's kind of slowly consuming the copper ore as it produces copper. All right, next up we're going to want to make some steel. So let's extend this road out down here, I think, a little bit. That should be nice. Let's grab another building here. We are going to grab the steel foundry. Let's put that down right here, I think. And this requires 2 inbound, 1 outbound, and a production. So let's put that down. Let's grab the inbound. It needs 2 inbound. Yes. 2 inbound. So let's grab the outbound first. There's the production building. There's the output. I put the input behind it. It's kind of what I like to do. So this is going to make steel, but it needs iron ingots, which we don't have right now. It also needs coal. We do have a coal thing right here. So what we're going to have to do is go to the market here, and we're going to have to set it to buy some scrap metal. So when our truck gets time, it'll buy some scrap metal. We're actually going to buy another truck. So we don't just have 1 truck to drive around. Now we have 2 trucks. You can see we have 2 trucks, And this is like how many are active. This is how many you are able to have. So we have 2 active trucks right now. And then we're going to click on this one. This one takes scrap metal and makes iron ingot. So as soon as they come up and buy let's go ahead and buy another truck. That's 3 trucks. They are 20 bucks a piece. So we got to be careful how many we buy because we are not making any money right now. And so they're just going to drive around. And the only way we can control where they go is by setting their priorities. Otherwise, they're just going to work their way down the list. So we got some copper done here. This needs iron ingot and coal, which we don't have. So hopefully he's going to buy there he comes. He's coming with some scrap metal. You can click on him. It shows you what he's got. Scrap metal. He's going to the recycling plant. Nice. So he's going to pull in there. And click on this, and now we can see that this is producing at 1.2 per minute. It's going to make iron ingots at 1.2 per minute. So kind of slow, but it will do what we need to do. And this will get some coal. That's good there. And then we need to make you can hit F1 and see, like, if you have any doubt, you can like type in engine. Populates it so we can see, okay, engine here. This is what we need to make an engine. We need steel and copper. So we're making steel down here. We already have copper. So I guess we could go ahead and put the engine assembly down and start getting that prepped and ready to go. And you can see the engine assembly actually makes engines and scrap metal. So that'll be nice. We can take that scrap metal back over to here and turn it into iron. Let's go ahead and see if we can put that down right now. We need to put the engine facility, engine assembly. We'll grab that one. I think we'll just put it right here, I guess. So this needs 2 inbound and 2 outbound. There's the outbound, there's the inbound, and there's the production facility. Now to note, if you put down a second production facility, it will produce twice as fast. So instead of 2.4 per minute, it will consume 4.8 per minute, but it'll also make 3 engines per minute instead of 1.5. So that's a nice little feature there. We don't really need that right now. We might need it over here because this is pretty slow. It's only 10 bucks. Let's go ahead and put it in. Nice. So since this is now making 2.4 per minute, super nice. And it's already producing another one, I believe. Yes, it's producing another one. We just gotta wait till the truck gets here. We're gonna go ahead and buy another truck. That is 4 trucks we have now. So this is making engines. This is making steel. So I think we're good to make the automotive engineering science. That's this one right here. So it needs 2 inbound and 1 outbound. There's the outbound. They have to be connected to each other, so that's why you have to put them down next to this building. Otherwise you can't. It won't let you put them down. And a production facility. Nice. The hard part is, like, you have to remember where you put stuff, right? Because they all look the same. I mean, except for the color difference, it's all the same stuff. So that's a little difficult. You got to remember where you put stuff. As the map gets larger, it's going to be really hard to figure out what you're doing where. We'll go ahead and buy one more truck. I think, why not? We got money, right? 600 bucks. We're getting down there, though. That's 5 trucks. We don't have any idle, so I guess we're doing okay. We got to get this iron out of here so it can get delivered to where it's going. He's got another scrap coming in. Let's see if he takes the iron. Yes, he took the iron, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know where he's going with it. He's going to the steel foundry over here. So this needs some steel yet. It's being incoming. It's got one on the truck being on its way here. So that'll start producing pretty quickly. And lastly, I think we just need the research center. Research center right here. I guess we'll just throw that one down. I think right here is pretty good. This needs 4 inbound. That's quite a bit. Go ahead and grab the inbound ones. It does not need any outbound because it's just using them to produce the science. That's where, this is basically where our research is going to happen. Right now you can see our truck limit is 0. We haven't done any research yet. There you go. Now that's going to request automotive science and return science into 3 per minute. We have to wait till all the stuff is produced. So we can kind of go through and start amping stuff up a little bit. We can tell we need more iron ingots. I think iron is the hold up right now. This has an iron coming in. We have an iron here. We could actually expand this capability a little bit. We could put another output on here. That'll allow us to store 2 iron. So now you can see it can store 2 iron. That's pretty good. One coming down here. That's making the engine. There we go. Got steel coming in now. So that is producing engines and scrap metal. There it is. There's the engine ready to go. It should be taken over to here. No. Where is it going? So I didn't really build this correctly. Like, I should have built the research center down here. Oh, we got engine and iron ingot coming in, so that'll produce some science. I think we're going to put this one on high priority, just so that we're sure it handles the scrap metal before it handles anything else. That way we can get the iron being produced all the time. So I think that we'll focus on getting the trucks over here first. A little back up here, you can see traffic does become a thing. So as you get 50 trucks, 100 trucks, it's going to get quite busy, and some of these intersections are going to become gridlocked. So we're going to have to really focus on traffic flow on later levels. All right, so it looks like there's a little problem here. Like, he's turning in here, but there's nothing for him to pick up. I guess there's an iron ingot here, so he's got it nice. So where are you going? You're going over here to Steel Foundry, nice. And you're going to the Automotive Science Factory. Now we can click on the market here, and we can see that we're buying this at $5.48. We can see the prices going up a little bit here. and it's coming back down and it's going back up. So as we buy more of them, the prices are going to get more and more. But it's only $5, so that's not too bad. I think we have enough money to finish this level. Let's go ahead and speed this up. Let's see. Let's put down some more production buildings. I think this one's expensive. $40, that's not too bad. Put one down there, that'll speed that along. We do have an automotive science available. Jump this up to high too. That'll make them come get this and take it over to here. So he should be picking up that science. Yeah, so he's got the science and he's gonna go deliver it over to here. Nice. That'll start the research going for the truck amount limit. And we need to get to truck speed, so we gotta finish this one before we can get to the next research level. We'll buy another truck. 6 trucks, that's good. We might have to start selling some stuff here because we only have $300 left. But yeah, it's kind of a chill game. You can actually sit here and watch your factory go, or you can start to optimize it, like if you want. So you can see this is spinning now, so this is producing science here. We have 10% done already. It's pretty nice. Alright, so we're at 90%, so I think one more research level here and we should be the truck amount done. Then we can switch over to the, there we go. So we got truck, then you can see it automatically picks truck amount limit 2 and starts researching that. So it kind of just keeps going down the chain. So you have to come in here and manually click it. We're going to go over to truck speed number 1 because that is what the mission is to complete. Right, so we got our automotive science done already. So that should be coming over here. It produces pretty slow. Maybe we want to consider putting a second one in. See how expensive that is? That's going to cost us $100. We only have $269 left. We might be better to put extra trucks in. Well, we have a whole bunch of idle trucks right now, so I guess let's go ahead and put in a second. Yeah, I say we speed this along. Nice, so now it's producing 6 per minute. It does use it at 0.6 per minute instead of 0.3. But that seems pretty reasonable. So I don't think we can put this here, like this combines the 2 factories, so we cannot put that there. We could put it up here, I think. It's only $10. Let's go ahead and do it. Nice, so now it's going to produce a little bit faster, but we're probably not going to be able to deliver iron ingots fast enough. So you can probably optimize this as much as you want, or you could just sit here and watch it. Like we got plenty of copper, we got plenty of scrap metal coming in, so really we need to focus on getting iron faster. So I guess we would have to add like another production building over here to produce iron and either buy more. This has scrap metal here, so we're going to make sure they're focusing. We could put this one in max. That'll make sure they handle that scrap metal right away, I think. This is already full over here. Alright, so we just gotta make sure they get the scrap metal out of here. We could probably stop buying scrap metal for a minute. Make sure they're taking it. I think we'll do that. Turn that off for a little bit. And there we go. We finished this level. There's like a time thing. If you're worried about time, you could see if you could beat your previous score. That's kind of a nice little feature. If you're trying to optimize it. Nice little replayability. Let's go back to the main menu and let's check out the demo world, oil in space. This is exactly what it says as a demo world, so you can kind of see how big it is. And so we have lots of different research here. We got aerospace level 3, sell 10 plastic, and send 10 space materials. So that's kind of end of the game stuff, I think. It's basically showing you the opposite extreme of this game. So we can zoom out here. You can click on this button here. This shows the mini map. Map is ginormous. We have a pretty big city over here already. I can zoom out a little bit and show you. So the map is huge. You know, I mean, this is huge. Like, look how big it is. You can just see because, like, we've only built in a small portion of it. So yeah, it could get quite extensive here. This is quite a crazy factory. This is all iron being produced here. These have like one-way roads. Nice little feature there. This is a crazy huge research center. And basically you have to work your way to, this is oil down here, and you have to work your way to the tech tree, which again is quite large. So here is aerospace, level 3, somewhere down here, 1, 2, 3, right here. So we have to do all this research, but we need some special researchers for that, so like we don't have access to this one yet. This is the efficiency science, so we gotta get that one going. That requires microprocessors and electric engines. Microprocessors require semiconductor factory. That requires plastic, sand, and sulfur. We're not producing sulfur or plastic right now, so that's something we would have to start working on. But it's quite large. I have a save. I'll just load up a quick save I did that I started this level on, and I'll show you like how many factories I've added right here just to start making plastic. So I've completed the plastic here. We're still working on researching aerospace level 3, and we haven't sold space materials yet. But here is the oil factory. Here's all the stuff I've added. So it's quite large. Like, it's hard to tell again what you're producing stuff. So this is producing crude oil and raw natural gas. So this has to come down to here. The crude oil gets processed into desulfurized crude and sulfur components. So again, you have to make sure you're handling all this stuff, because otherwise it gets backed up and that doesn't make one or the other anymore. So you can see this says 2 desulfured sitting out. So if we need the sulfur compounds, we got to handle these before we can get more sulfur out of it. But anyway, so this is handling the crude oil. This is handling the sweet raw natural gas. So here, this is making desulfurized crude right here. That gets moved over to here. That is turned into naphtha and residuum. Residuum is handled here. It's just turned into light oil. And I'm just selling the light oil right now because I don't have anything to do with it. And then the naphtha comes over to here. That gets processed into these 3 things. So it's quite crazy. And then the plastic is up here. This needs these 3 things. So you just gotta make sure you're making these 3 things at different rates. So yeah, it gets quite complex. And we have 120 trucks on our map right now. You can kind of see where they're all at. So there's a little backup right here. So you should really do something about this intersection because they're getting backed up. So I don't know, I haven't really figured out ways around that. Like we could turn some of this into one-way roads probably. That would probably help it. But yeah, quite huge. The possibility is quite large in this game. So looking forward to it coming out. So this is the demo of Truck City. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.